What is going on, guys? My name is Masha Tarts, and this is my solo of Crota Lanterns. Now, most of the solos I see don't use this strategy, and I know I tried just sitting at the base of the lanterns, being invisible as a hunter. Didn't really work. Um, so, one day I saw a guy in-game use the strategy of jumping on each lantern as he got to them, and I've been using it ever since. Haven't had a problem with it, so I recommend you guys do the same. It's really easy. Something key I would say is don't jump into the lantern. I mean, I know your panicking instinct will want to just hurry up, rush the lantern, and you'll jump into it. Excuse me. And you're gonna fall, you're gonna get mauled, and it's not gonna work out. So don't do that. Just stay calm, jump lantern to lantern. And that's essentially what this strategy is. It's fairly simple as a hunter. Most people don't know how to do the strategy. But like I said, the thing I see people, or I see a lot of people in game that are friends of mine doing this strategy. But most of the mistakes I see involve jumping into the lantern. Now when it comes to weapons, you can really run whatever you want to. I went ahead and just did double shotgun this run. Thought I'd have some fun with it in case I ever needed to shoot a couple thralls, which I've gone through this on hard and on normal and not had to kill a single enemy outside of the ogre. And we will get to the ogre because he's a bit of a bitch. On normal, you can kill him as a 30 or 31. A 29, I would not recommend it because it's pretty stiff unless you have Black Hammer that's maxed out from another character. I wouldn't recommend trying it as a 29. And on hard, you can't even get it until you're 30 anyway, so I've been running hard lanterns since I was a 30. It's pretty much second nature to me. Anytime somebody on my friends list needs hard lanterns, if they get a lower level character or something, they ask me to run it through for them. I don't mind. And something you should notice throughout this video is every time I get to a lantern, I position myself between the thralls and the lantern. Wait. Yeah. No, I positioned the lantern between myself and the thralls. Sorry. So, what that does is that delays the aggro in the sense that, for whatever reason, that dude spawned there. I don't know why. It delays the aggro, so they won't charge me as fast, so I recommend you do that. That lantern, your weighted darkness is pretty heavy at that point, and my invis is pretty much up, so in lanterns like those, and this is another long run, the thralls will be kind of pissed at you, especially this run. This is the longest run, and if you're trying to solo this on any other character, I promise you will die there. But I mean, the Titans and the Warlock have their own cheese, but I will be releasing a Warlock solo on hard and a Titan solo on hard as soon as I figure out the strategy for Titans without cheesing it. I've already done it on Warlock, so that will be coming out soon. Anyway, back to this. Again, you see me position the lantern between myself and the thralls. And also be wary of these little spikes on the top of the lanterns. They're essentially invisible walls, and they will knock your ass off, and you will get mauled. Now, luckily, this knight was pretty far back, and so he didn't get all pissy and whatnot at me. So that was good. Pretty much after you get past the first 4 or 5 lanterns and that really long run, you're almost home free until the ogre. And we'll get to that. I see a lot of people, especially friends, I should say, not necessarily videos, trying to use Blink Strike as their kind of primary invisibility tactic, or they're using it too much as a crutch. I do not recommend that because, especially on hard, for whatever reason, they still track you for like 3 or 4 seconds, even after you have used Blink Strike. So I wouldn't recommend it as anything outside of a last resort, as I think I have already done, or I will do at some point. I do it. I don't remember if it was early or later. Wasn't paying attention, more or less talking. So yeah, don't use that as a primary tactic, and always try to have your super up. As you'll see in the end of the video, I have to use my super because I don't make the jump spot that I intended to make, which I didn't have my Black Hammer upgraded on this character yet anyway, so I wouldn't have been able to kill the ogre, and I would have had to fall off either way. At this lantern, this is the 4th to last lantern. Don't even worry about trying to get on top of it, because occasionally your weighted darkness is heavier than usual. For some reason, it's not a consistent charge, I've noticed. Sometimes it charges faster than others. go ahead and just jump on that rock like I did. It saves you a lot of time and a lot of effort, and nobody can touch you there anyway, so. And you'll stall aggro even longer if you jump there really fast. As you can see here, it's a solid 3 or 4 seconds before anything even spawns. And I think it's very valuable, this is a side note more or less, to do these solo lantern strategies if you ever need them on any class without the cheese, because whenever Bungie decides to patch the cheese, if they ever do, for the Warlock and Titan, or I don't know how they'd patch it, whether you'd have to get like the first 3 lanterns or something, it's going to be important to know how to solo this without a cheese. I mean, if you have a hunter, it's a breeze. As you can see in this video, like I said, I do this all the time for friends, especially low-level guys who are either coming back into Destiny or just bought Destiny. I don't mind doing it because, as this video says, it takes me all of 8 minutes. 7.5, 8 minutes is my average time. Occasionally something will fuck up and I'll have to go a little longer, but most of the time it's pretty consistent between 7.5 and 8.5. Now right here, this is where I kind of fuck up, but this jump spot is kind of temperamental anyway. What you want to do is turn invisible, go activate the plate, and jump on this, but if you jump too far, it'll knock you off. If you don't jump far enough, it'll knock you off. Luckily, I had Blink Strike up, and the mob of thralls wasn't on top of me yet. And so I survived. They were blocking me, so had to get out of there. But, of course, Weight of Darkness is 10. Can't retreat. Don't know why I threw the nade. I guess I thought it would stall them a little bit. Okay, when using your super, this is very key. As you can see, they're huddled around where I last went invisible. They'll do that, so you want to get them as far away from the bridge as possible, where you can safely get back to the bridge. I went ahead and popped invis. If I would not have been a 32 there, I definitely would have died, and if I wouldn't have had my armor jacked up, I would have died. And if you want to see my class setup, go back to the beginning of the video and pause it, and you can see how I set up my class. That I think is the best way, because you still have armor. Your agility's not maxed out, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. So you want a little armor in case you run into a situation like I did, so you can withstand many of those blows. Now right here, again, this spot as well is very temperamental. Sometimes you'll get rocked. Other times you'll get lucky like me and nothing will come near you. So, anyway, so pathway forward is clear. You'll see me zigzag a little bit because I knew the ogre was shooting at me, because occasionally he'll move far enough up if you've never laid any bullets into him and pulled aggro in any direction outside of bridge. He will kind of lay in towards bridge. So you want to zigzag a little bit in case he rocks you from behind, especially if you're level 30 or 31. Anyway, well, I am now home free. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you have success running this by yourselves. Don't forget to like and subscribe, or not. It's whatever. It's a thing. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and peace.